Ikaw ba ay nahihirapan kung paano mo itatransform ang isang statement into question answerable by yes or no? O ikaw ba ay nalilito kung do, does, or did ang gagamitin? Kung oo, ang video na ito ay para sa iyo. Mamaya pag-uusapan din natin yung tamang reply or tamang response sa mga ganitong uri ng tanong. Hello guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, at kung bago ka sa channel na to, don't forget to hit the subscribe button at i-ring mo na din yung bell icon para lagi kang updated sa mga bagong video lessons na i-upload ko. So before we start our discussion, gusto ko lang pong magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga nakapanood ng aking kauna-unahang video lesson. Sa lahat ng mga nakapag-subscribe na, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Sa lahat ng mga estudyante, kaibigan, relatives, at syempre sa mga kainday ni Tita Flor ko sa kanyang YouTube channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Sobrang natutuwa po akong basahin yung mga magandang comments nyo regarding my first video. At syempre gusto ko rin po kayong imbitahan sa YouTube channel ng Tita Flor ko kung gusto nyong makarinig ng inspiring love stories, or kung gusto nyong makahanap ng partner, maaari po kayong matulungan ng channel niya. Just type Belgianite channel, or pwede nyong hanapin yung link ng channel niya sa description box sa ibaba. So yun na nga guys, just like what I said earlier, we're gonna talk about how to transform statements into question answerable by yes or no, at ituturo ko din sa inyo yung tamang reply or yung tamang response sa mga ganitong uri ng tanong. So yung lesson na ito pwede natin magamit sa ating pang-araw-araw na pakikipag-usap, and without further ado, I will go now to my computer so we can get started. Welcome to our second lesson, transforming statements to questions answerable by yes or no. For this video lesson, we will just focus sa do, does, and did. Paano nga ba gamitin ito? Kung mapapansin nyo, magkagrupo ang do at does at nakahiwalay naman ang did. Why? First, let's talk about do and does. They are in present tense, meaning to say, we both use this in expressing an action or state in the present time, kung ano ang nangyayari o ginagawa sa kasalukuyan. Pero, even if we both use this in present tense, magkaiba ang gamit sa kanila. Take a look at this diagram. Do muna ang pag-uusapan natin. We use do if we have a plural subject. By the way, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung video ko regarding Subject-Verb Agreement, pwede nyo itong panoorin para mas maintindihan nyo yung iba't ibang rules in SVA. Inilagay ko na yung link ng video na yan sa description box sa ibaba. Going back. So we use do if we have a plural subject. It can be a plural pronoun like we, they, are, and the pronouns you and I. Or pwede din sa kahit anong plural nouns like for example, teachers, papers, people, children, etc. Next, saan naman natin ginagamit ang does? We use does if we have a singular subject. It can be a singular pronoun like he, she, it, and any other singular noun. For example, teacher, paper, person, child, etc. At this point, let's talk about did. Did is in past tense, meaning to say, tapos na o nangyari na yung action. And we use this in both singular and plural subjects. Let us have the following examples. So for number 1, we have the sentence, we need to wear face mask when going to public places. The first thing that we will check is the verb. Is it in past tense or in present tense? Ano ba ang verb sa sentence na ito? The main verb in this sentence is need. Need is in present tense. Kasi kung past tense yan, dapat ito ay needed. Ano yung sabi natin kanina? Kapag present tense, we will use do or does. And after looking for the main verb in the sentence, isusunod naman natin yung subject so that we can determine if we're going to use do or does. So, sa sentence na ito, ang subject natin ay we. The pronoun we is plural. That is why we will use do. So, if we're going to transform this into question answerable by yes or no, it will be, do we need to wear face mask when going to public places? So, ito yung tamang question form for this statement. So, let us have number 2. He needs to wear face mask when going to public places. Same procedure. Look for the verb. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, same sentence lang din yan gaya nung number 1. I just changed the subject. So, we have the main verb needs. Nasa present tense din siya. We just put S because we have a singular subject, which is the pronoun he. Let's go back to the diagram earlier. Present tense, singular subject, we will use does. So the correct yes or no question for this statement should be, does he need to wear face mask when going to public places? Kung mapapansin nyo, does he need, nawala na yung S sa verb. Iyon ay dahil gumamit na tayo ng does. So there's no need to put S in our verb. Hindi mo sasabihin na, does he needs to wear face mask when going to public places? That is ungrammatical. Tandaan, if we use does, we're going to drop S in our main verb. Let us have example number 3. Helen saw a man without face mask yesterday. Our verb here is the word saw. Saw is in past tense. This is the past tense of the verb see. And we also have the time expression yesterday, meaning to say the action was already done o nangyari na. Kanina sa diagram natin, iisang word lang naman yung gagamitin natin regardless kung singular ba o plural yung ating subject, and that is did. So if we will transform this statement into question, it will be, did Helen see a man without face mask yesterday? Again, if you notice, the verb that we use is in base form. That is because we already used did. Hindi natin sasabihin na, did Helen saw a man without face mask yesterday? That is ungrammatical. Mali din po yun. At this point, we will talk about the short responses. So, paano nga ba sagutin yung mga ganitong klase ng tanong? So, we have affirmative response and negative response. Pag affirmative, ibig sabihin yes. At pag negative naman, ibig sabihin no. So, here is the format for affirmative answers. We have yes, subject pronoun, and then do, does, or did, or kung ano man yung ginamit natin sa tanong. And then the format for negative answers is no, subject pronoun, and then don't, doesn't, didn't. So let us go back to the 3 examples earlier. This time, I will show you how to properly reply to these questions. Number 1, do we need to wear face mask when going to public places? So the affirmative answer for this one will be, yes, we do. And then the negative response will be, no, we don't. Number 2, we have the question, does he need to wear face mask when going to public places? The affirmative response will be, yes, he does. And then the negative response will be, no, he doesn't. So if you will notice, the answer in these 2 examples, hindi na tayo nahirapang mag-isip ng subject pronoun. It is because our subject in these 2 sentences are pronoun. Paano naman kung ang subject natin ay noun? Just like in number 3. Did Helen see a man without face mask yesterday? So our subject is the noun Helen. Sabi natin kanina sa structure ng ating short responses, yes or no plus subject pronoun. Since Helen is a female, we are going to use the pronoun she. Kung lalaki naman, he, at kung bagay naman, it ang ating gagamitin as our subject pronoun. So for this one, our affirmative response will be yes, she did. And then negative response will be no, she didn't. Yung susunod natin na slide ay para sa isang short quiz. For this part, there's no need to pause because I will give you time to answer everything. Kung meron kayong papel at ballpen dyan, kindly use it so that you can write your answer. So we have here 4 statements, and what you're going to do is to transform those statements into question answerable by yes or no, and you need to write the short affirmative response or the short negative response sa bawat tanong na yan. And later on, I will show to you the answers. So you may start now. Okay, let us now reveal the answer. For statement number 1, we have the young girl crossed the street. We have the verb crossed. And then, subject, girl. So, if you will notice, yung verb natin ay past tense. So, ang gagamitin natin ay did. The question form should be, did the young girl cross the street? And then, the short affirmative response for that should be, yes, she did. Ginamit natin yung subject pronoun na she because yung subject natin ay yung girl. So, we will use the pronoun she. Next, number 2, we have the doctors need to perform the operation now. So, ang verb natin dyan ay need, and then yung subject natin, doctors, plural. So, we will use do. The question form should be, do the doctors need to perform the operation now? And then, the correct affirmative response for that should be, yes, they do. We use the pronoun or the subject pronoun, they. Why? Kasi, yung subject natin ay doctors, plural. So, yung gagamitin natin ay they. So, let us have example number 3. John took the entrance exam yesterday. So, in this sentence, yung subject natin ay si John, singular, kasi iisa naman siya. And then, yung verb natin ay took, past tense ito ng take. So, yung gagamitin natin, dahil past tense ay did. So, the correct question form should be, did John take the entrance exam yesterday? And then, the correct negative response for that should be, no, he didn't. We use the subject pronoun he because John is a male. And then next, we have statement number 4. This necklace costs $1 million. So, yung verb natin sa sentence na to ay costs. Present tense din. And then, we have the subject, necklace. Necklace is singular. Present tense, singular, we will use does. So, the correct question form should be, does this necklace cost $1 million? And then, the negative response will be, no, it doesn't. So, if you will notice, we use the subject pronoun or the pronoun it. It is because yung subject natin ay bagay, necklace. So, we will use it. So, there you go. I hope na tama lahat yung nakuha nyong sagot. And if you have questions regarding this lesson, comment lang kayo sa baba at susubukan kong sagutin yan. There you have it. I hope na nakatulong itong video na ito para maging mas confident kayo in constructing questions answerable by yes or no. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button at i-share nyo na rin sa mga classmates, friends, at relatives nyo. At kung di ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa channel na to, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and please ring the bell icon so that you will be notified for every video lesson that I'm going to upload. And if you have comments or suggestions, feel free to write it down sa ating comment section. And lastly, kung di nyo pa napapanood yung video ko regarding Subject-Verb Agreement, nasa ibaba ng video na to yung link, pakiclick na lang, at yung link ng Belgianay channel nasa ibaba rin ng video na ito. Subscribe po kayo sa kanya, and once again, thank you so much for watching, and until my next video lesson, peace!